Happy Tuesday, Paul is the best for UK here. Welcome to today's Game of Day video on the Amiga 500 Mini. Now today's game is Hawkeye. I remember having this on the Commodore 64, the cassette version. This is by Famulous, and when I had it as a kid or a late teenager when on the Commodore 64, I thought it was absolutely superb. And the way the data set motor would start and stop during level transition multi-loads was amazing on this game. If you don't know what I mean, check out the Commodore 64 version using the data set. Anyway, so this is the Amiga version. I've never played the Amiga version, so actually, to be honest, I didn't even know it was out on the Amiga. I'm just going to try adjusting my capture card brightness settings, see if we can make this a bit brighter, because some of the games on the Amiga, when I've captured them, have been a bit dark, so I'm going to try that now, so bear with me. I'm just going to go into the settings, because you can do that with my Elgato. You can sort of adjust the brightness, force a bit of brightness on it. Okay, so yeah, it's a bit brighter, and it makes the black look a bit less of a black though, unfortunately, on the background, but we'll see how we go with that anyway. Let me know if that's any better. But yeah, this is Hawkeye on the Amiga. Okay, sadly, first thing what I've noticed is that the music isn't as good. Actually, it's not music at all, is it? It's just a drum beat by the sound of it. Listen. On the Commodore 64 version, I seem to remember like a epic music score on each level. Doesn't sound like that's present on this version. Now you might be thinking, if you've never played the Commodore 64 version, wow, the Amiga has parallax scrolling, but in fact so did the Commodore 64 version, so that's not really a plus for me either. So basically what you have to do on this game, you see them two eagles at the top of the screen, their eyes will flash, and if the left one flashes, it means the next item to get is on the left, and if the right one flashes, it means the item is on the right. You have to collect 4 items per level. Once you've collected all 4 items, any other items you collect is a bonus. You can either continue on the level, or you can proceed to the next by walking all the way to the right. So yeah, you see it's flashing left now, so I'm going to walk left to try and find that item. If you look on the top of the screen at the power, you can see that there's 4 grids, or 4 squares. That's the 4 items you've got to collect. That's your quota for each level, if you like. And you can continue collecting items after that. But then those items are like weapons and power-up upgrades. So it can be quite beneficial to stay on the level even after you've met the quota of the required items, if that makes sense. So yeah, okay, so let's try and find the first item. The eagle's eye is flashing left, so let's try and go left. Oh, you fuck, I just fell down the hole. Now, like I said earlier, this game was available on the Commodore 64 as well. And to be honest with you, I'm actually starting to think that the Commodore 64 version was better. Right, there's the first item, see that? So that's, see on the top of the screen there, next to the right eagle, you've got one of the squares filled. That means I've collected the first item. And you'll notice that the right eagle's eye is flashing there. Do you remember Finbar's Quest? That works in a similar fashion to this, where it tells you where the next scroll is. It's definitely a very similar concept. Okay, so this is by Famulous, more of a Commodore exclusive company. I don't think they made many games on the Spectrum, etc. If any. I think they might have made a couple, but I can't remember exactly. So there's our second item. There's our third item. Now we've only got one more item to meet the quota. So the left eagle's eye is flashing, so I've got to go left. So yeah, let's proceed left. This is random, by the way. It won't always be the same every time you play, which makes for an additional gameplay mechanic. Okay, so that wasn't actually the item. Sometimes you will find an item that doesn't meet the itinerary that you need to complete the level. That might have been a weapons power up. So it's not always black and white as that. But let's try and find the next item. As you can see, that wasn't an item either. So okay, so let's proceed on. So the game's got one layer of more sorry, one layer of parallax scrolling, but so did the Commodore 64 version. Commodore 64 version was quite impressive in that regard. There we go, now I've met the quota. So I can actually walk all the way to the right and exit the stage now. But I'm just going to get some more weapons and stuff and more bonus points and stuff just to add the tally. You don't get a time limit on any level, so it's not a problem. So we can collect some additional parts like that one. The eagle's eyes, the Hawkeyes, I keep calling them eagles, don't I? I don't know if eagles, hawk, should I say. The Hawkeyes are always going to tell you where the next item is presently located. It's quite a good mechanic. It's definitely copied from Flimbar's Quest, so I think Flimbar's Quest come out first. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but I think it's definitely very similar to Flimbar's Quest. Right, okay, so let's keep going. Left to the eagles. I keep saying eagle, don't I? Left to the Hawkeye. Let's try and get a bit more points and stuff. Now, obviously, what you see that above the power, then 4 squares and 4 symbols like square, circle, heart, and cross. Reminds me of a joypad, actually. You can actually complete the level once you've got all them filled. I was just messing about here when I did the gameplay. So I'll just get one more. I think that's what I've done, and then I'll exit the level to show you what I mean. So. Okay, shoot all the baddies. Now you do get a very like sort of generous power meter as well. Even if you touch baddies and stuff, it doesn't go down that fast. As you can see, I've collided with quite a lot of baddies, and the power meter is quite strong still. Now, as regards to the Amiga version, I'm a bit sad that there's no in-game music. It's just like a little weird drum beat, crappy thing. I don't know if that's the Amiga 500 causing that, or the Amiga 500 Mini causing that, or if that was on the actual Amiga 500 original version, because I've never played this on a real Amiga. But yeah, I'm going to have to say that the Commodore 64 version is better than this, in my opinion. The graphics might look a little bit cleaner on the Amiga, but not much, to be honest. The Commodore 64 version almost looks as good as this. I mean, if you've never saw the Commodore 64 version, try it on your C64 Mini or Maxi, or have a look on YouTube, see if anyone's done it. Okay, so completed level 1. So yeah, you get the idea now. You gotta get them 4 itineraries. Once you've got the 4 important ones, you can either exit the level or keep playing. So in that regards, I'm going to give Hawkeye, as in terms of against the C64 version, 6 out of 10. Not brilliant, but it's still a brilliant game in its own right. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.